Is Earth always so solid? It feels so wobbly. What if everyone I knew... Yeah. This place should do just fine. Thanks for setting up the console. I can work with this. This console looks pretty good. A little rusty in places, though. I guess you got these parts from a junkyard, huh? Resourceful. The scanner currently has a model 38X2, which is built for scanning very specific locations. Not bad, but I would like to improve it. The year before I launched, the military was rolling out some scanner upgrades. One of those could give us more speed and detail in our scans. Can you find a scanner upgrade module for this? It would help us find so much more, and much more quickly. The upgrade module should extend the range of the scanner in our console here rather substantially. I can then cross-check some of the U.S.S.A. data that you gathered from my ship's console, which will help isolate specific useful signals. I don't suppose you can just swing by a tech supplies store, hmm? Yeah, I didn't think so. Last I knew, these types of things were common items in military bases and compounds. But my information is admittedly out of date. I'll transfer the coordinates to a local military base, but I can't vouch for its security status. It's hard to detect anything specific right now. Swell. In the meantime, I'll fix up this console a bit. Did you know that it still uses the outdated P14B configuration for its power chamber? I mean, I know you all survived the end of the world, but using this as is would be like living in squalor and the apocalypse. Listen, I know you've done a lot for me already. Got me out of that sunken bunker and let me stay here. It means a lot. No. I need a TF-85B adapter to improve the visual fidelity of the scanner, but those were being phased out when when I launched decades ago. So, now I need to be the one to adapt, else. Right? Right? Oh well. Anyway. No, I don't really have what I need, but I'm making do. I think I can muddle through with this. You saw my wreck, didn't you? I don't know how else to prove it to you. You know, it's equally surprising to me that you've survived all of this. It's good that wonders never cease, right? It's hard. I don't know what to say. It's more than I ever expected could happen. This wasn't even in the realm of possibilities when I launched. But it could have been worse. I need to remember that. Copy. Over and out. you just look at this fancy thing. Not even a dent on it. Could use some soldering to fit in this old console, but... nothing I can't handle. In the meantime, I found some sort of emergency supplies crate that must have splintered off while the ship broke apart. Might just be a crate of space food, but maybe it's got some emergency contact codes for the satellites. Heck, it could even be my personal crate full of my Unstoppables comics that I foolishly brought with me to space. Hey, I thought I'd have time. They let me take a crate of personal items. You weren't supposed to be in deep sleep the whole time, you know. Yes, but I'm not sure how accurate the data is, or if anything has scavenged it. It's hard to tell much more until I install the upgrade module. I doubt it is. They're probably all burned up on re-entry, sadly. I had a full collection. Ugh. Anyway, I'm sure it's astronaut food or something else that the U.S.S.A. thought I might need. Oddly, yes. I camped out here a few times while I was in graduate school with a good friend, Emerson. Those were the days. We were in the same physics program at college and hit it off. It ended up not working out for us, but we remained friends, which was good because he joined the U.S.S.A. towards the end of my astronaut training. Ugh. That would have been awkward. You know? It's rough. I can't put it any other way. You know what I thought would happen when we landed? I thought there would be a parade. I thought maybe there would be a commemorative plaque. I sure as hell didn't think the world would have gone the way of the dodo, you know? I know this sounds odd, but not much has changed for me. Not many new consoles have been invented since my time, I guess. The scanner upgrade has helped to compensate for the degradation that has occurred in the past years. I'm trying to modify it so I can use it for other stuff too. Maybe hijack the scanner so I can run a holotape game? Ooh, that would be good. Oh, the headaches emerging from deep sleep are worse than they implied it would be. I don't know. I feel sudden spikes of pain at times, and it takes a while to subside. I'm dealing with it, but it's still happening. Affirmative. Out. handbook doesn't even have emergency contact information in it. I never expected to use this. Clearly. Well, we can do this by ourselves, right? Time to test this newly upgraded scanner out. I found an old U.S.S.A. beacon with a strong signal. It was activated here, after my ship launched, which means it isn't from someone on my ship. It isn't one of my crew. The interesting thing is, this beacon should have lost power years ago, but it's still active. If you grab the beacon, I'm sure whoever is monitoring it will come looking. Let's make them find us. I'm not sure exactly, but I do know that my ship's autopilot took us here to Appalachia for a reason. Maybe this beacon was it. It has nearly full power right now. That can only mean someone is still out there replacing its power cell regularly. In the meantime, I'll cross-reference some data from the flight recorder and the scanner's readings. I need to find my crew, and I think I'm close. Remember, when you pick up the beacon, whatever you do not press any red buttons, do not ingest it, and do not sell it to communists. I think it helps with the side effects, but just not the major bursts of pain. I appreciate it, though. It helps me sleep better. Before we launched, I had a lot of anxiety. Made it hard for me to sleep, so I'd listen to ocean noises. Whale singing. Always put me right out. The stim pack does help. Not a ton, but it takes the edge off at least. Thanks for asking, friend. That's unexpectedly thoughtful of you. I was just thinking about an old holotape game that I used to play, but, well, they won't work on this console. Maybe I could adapt it, though. So, if you run across one later, can you let me know? I have so many questions. Just how? Why? I was saying goodbye to everybody, and they're really gone. I think I understand what has happened from stray broadcasts to some degree. I guess it was war. And somehow, this is the world that survived. I can't even put all of this into words right now. My memories of everything from before all of this are so fresh. Just below the surface. I was just there. Roger. Stay safe out there. Hey. Good to see you again. suspect the owner of this beacon will come and find us. I know I would. But until then, well, I have something here that we should look into. I noticed a string. It seems like after the signal approached this place, it just spun around and took off. It was strange. Sudden. Oh, I hope the scanner module you found does the trick. This area is strange, you know? I keep getting odd readings. There's a signal that came right up to this place, and then turned around and left. Maybe I'm reading too much into these scanner signals. It's hard to concentrate with these headaches. It seems like after the signal approached this place, it just spun around and took off. It was strange. Sudden. Think you could just sneak over there and poke your head in? If they seem problematic, maybe stop them somehow? I don't know. I can't tell what it's doing there exactly, but it's moving around, so I think it's alive? Or I guess it could be a robot. I noticed another U.S.S.A. signal approach it a bit ago, and then they both disappeared completely for a moment. And only this one reappeared. I'm not sure what that means, but there are only a few reasons why a signal disappears. Death is one of them. Okay, just be careful. I wish I could tell what it is. It just seems so unnatural. But what does that mean in a world like this? Listen, this could be a trap. Or it could be just a big misunderstanding. I can't really say for sure. Just be careful. I'm not sure they do. We had one of those on the ship, and it landed with me. But it wasn't aggressive. I don't know. But they really aren't taking a direct line to attack me either. Maybe they're damaged or have been corrupted somehow. I did. Last time you were gone, I went on a short stroll. Didn't go far. But I saw some weird stuff. Just bizarre. Saw a giant, huge, greenish man with a two-headed cow. He was selling things. Super nice fellow. He said he would stop by later. Said he hopes to check on me when he can. I can't wait. It's such a shock, but also amazing. It felt like nothing else. I remember spinning in space, eyes fixed on Earth. Unable to look away. So far away. So perfect. Affirmative. Out.
Calculating kill probability.
Is this a friend of yours? Who are you? You seem so familiar.
Well, you look exactly the same. I never believed... I wondered who picked up my beacon. Well, I'll be damned.
Emerson? Dr. Emerson Hale. Is that you?
Welcome back to Earth, I guess. Welcome to Appalachia.
I don't even know what to say. I never expected to see you here. My ship crashed a while ago, and I was fortunate to find someone who took me in. I'm trying to find my crew, but I've had some horrible headaches.
So, you're staying at this place. I guess you really decided to jump into modern Appalachian life, huh? No offense intended, friend. I live in an old military base, so I'm not one to talk about anybody's creativity here. I hope your Good Samaritan here has helped you out with more than just a place to, crash.
He has helped me out quite a lot already, actually. Brought back a U.S.S.A. beacon, and also took care of some hostile robot.
I see. Well, is there anything I can help with while I'm here? Supplies? Medicines? Questions, I guess? Sure is. For a while, I had hoped I could contact somebody else to monitor the deep sleep mission until we could figure something out. I suspect her escape ship's autopilot sent the ship on a trajectory to any known U.S.S.A. location using its admittedly very old data. They weren't in the escape capsule, I take it? Well, that is unfortunate.
They could have survived, though, right?
Maybe. I've heard a couple scavengers say that parts of the ship have already been scrapped. Same goes for any other ship debris. Best to just move on. It's honestly shocking that you survived as it is. I'm serious. There's a bunch of them out there. Seems that their algorithms got scrambled or something. Who can say? They used to come after me, but it seems like they have a higher priority target now. Expand your scanner to look for signatures at a constant speed. That should pick them up. They aren't that complicated.
Thankfully, my friend here is quite capable of destroying these things. Shouldn't be a problem for us.
That's good. I'm glad you're making friends already.
I am too. So much has changed. I mean, you know better than most. Care to catch me up to speed?
That will be quite the chat. You've missed a lot. And I still don't really get what happened either. But that's a talk for another time, perhaps. Anyway, look, I need to go. I'll be back another time and we can chat some more. Okay?
Okay, Emerson. Dear Emerson. My friend and I have a signal to track down. Looks like it might be some ship debris. So come back later, if you want to know what we found.
Mm-hmm. Bye now.
It will show up soon. It was an Assaultron, huh? Probably one of the old U.S.S.A. robots. Strange. I would have figured they would all be in standby mode now. But I need to know for sure. I found some wreckage from the rest of the ship that has one of their suit beacons. Maybe all of them are there. Can you go and see what's there? It might just be empty wreckage, but I need to know. What are the chances they also ran into a benevolent Appalachian survivor who invited them to live in a charming wilderness abode? Yes, I believe the other crew members were in a separate part of the ship. The signal moved a bit. Could be survivors, could be scavengers. If you do find them, then we'll have to make room for them here, right? Bunk beds, maybe? There would be 3 others, you know. It's possible that you won't find anything there. It might just be rubble, or maybe it's been scavenged by animals. It's hard to know. In the meantime, I picked up an issue of the Unstoppables from a visiting trader the other day. Maybe it'll help me relax. Yeah, of course! The Unstoppables, Silver Shroud, all of that. Mistress of Mystery was my favorite, of course. I was hoping that the new television show for the Mistress of Mystery would be out when I returned, but I guess not. I wish I knew. My ship's robots certainly didn't care about me at all. It didn't even check on me, and I know it saw me. For an hour, maybe. Just before getting into our deep sleep pods. The Earth was stunning. Hanging there, alone, in the void of stars. Oh, I felt like I couldn't look away, even if I wanted to. But also, I didn't want to. He used to work with me at the U.S.S.A. Seems like he started working elsewhere after I went to space sometime. I never expected to see him here, but I never expected to be in Appalachia either. It makes me wonder about why my ship crashed here, you know? I know it had emergency landing protocols to take it somewhere near certain U.S.S.A. sites, but I don't know. I never thought I needed to know. Roger. Stay safe out there. Good to see you again. So, that's it then. They're gone. Thank you for looking into this. And for being a friend. It means a lot to me. I've pinpointed one of them using Emerson's tip. So, let's start with this one. Not right now. Not really. I'd rather just keep busy for a bit. Looks similar, but might be a different type. Strange thing is, its mobility patterns are very similar. It was heading towards us, and then it turned around and went to this location, and stayed there. I think Emerson was right. It just seems like they have corrupt targeting data or something. I'll monitor it here and see if anything about its signal changes radically. I'm wondering if it shows signs of expecting this confrontation. We really do. In this world, it's hard to imagine how anybody can survive all alone anymore. I'm glad I don't have to be alone. And I'm very glad that I'm here with you. Oh, sure. Let's see. I don't really want to talk about my family because, well, I don't even know if they... Okay, so, hobbies. I had a small apartment near the U.S.S.A. headquarters. Nothing special. I wasn't home much, you see. When I had time, I used to go to the comic book shop down the road. I'd sit and drink coffee, read the latest issues of the Unstoppables. I used to want to work for the Mistress of Mystery when I was a kid. But I did the next best thing, I guess. I went to space. When you were out the other day, I tried to shoot some sort of giant insect. Took a lot longer than I thought. I'm working on it, though. Sure. Maybe that will help with the pain. Dr. Bernard was our engineer. Worked exclusively on the sleeping pods. Very by-the-books type guy. Specialist Novak had been on a few missions before this one. Always seemed distracted. But, well, it was a stressful mission. Dr. Lee was our ship's engineer, and a robotics expert. We all went out to celebrate the night before liftoff. It feels like it was only yesterday. I guess it doesn't matter if it feels like it was only yesterday. It was a long time ago. And they're gone. Roger. Stay safe out there.
What a day it's been, but I finally found you. Congratulations! You are a winner of the Great Appalachian Game. I have been authorized to deliver your prize.
This is your dad.
Look who's back. And bearing gifts.
Figured I would stop by and give you this emergence kit. It should help with your headaches for a little while.
You don't know how relieved I am to hear that. The headaches have been excruciating at times. I could barely think.
Glad to help. So, last time we spoke, you both were tracking down the crew signal. What did you find? I figured as much. Just found parts of the suit, I'm guessing. That's basically a body.
There was almost nothing in the wreckage. They had no chance. Why weren't they in the main emergency capsule with me? They would have been safe in there.
Maybe that's true. It's all in the past, though. Focus on things you can actually change. For example, those robots. Have you found any more? Ah, see? I told you. Probably a rogue programmer. Some sort of hippie that wanted to cause chaos.
The robot's signature was a partial match for some other signals in the area, so I thought we might investigate those. It seems linked.
Seems like a waste of time to me. You have your answers. Nowak, Lee, Bernard. They're all dead. Long dead. You're not. Move on. Live your life. Build onto this Appalachian home with your good Samaritan friend here. Lie low. Not really. But backtrace the program's signal that you picked up. Sophia can figure it out from there.
Thanks for the emergence kit, Emerson. Come back later, okay?
I'm tracking down some more of them with my contacts, so I'll be back later. Stay out of trouble, please.
I'm glad to have another emergence kit, but I'm annoyed that Emerson doesn't think anything is worth investigating, you know? Speaking of which, when you approached that robot, I detected a frequency disruption. Maybe it was sending a signal, but to whom? The signal is tagged with a code that indicates it is a high-security holotape related to the Deep Sleep mission. I mean, who would care now, right? Listen to it if you want. I can't guarantee it'll be interesting. I'm not sure what it is exactly. But if you are a communist or a sympathizer, then it might trigger some sort of explosion or brainwave obstruction thing. I can't remember. They just used to tell us that to scare us, I think. I never tested it out, though. Emerson's emergence kit helped a bit, but the headaches are very persistent. I could almost keep time with the spikes of pain. It's got to be something significant. This could give me some closure here, finally. Then, I can move on, like Emerson suggested. Call me Sophia, please. After what we've been through. After all, I'm in your ship now. That makes you the commander here. I technically had some training with firearms before, part of the military boot camp prior to becoming an astronaut. It's not much, but maybe I'll brush off those skills and start practicing. Just in case. Sort of. Right before you killed it, the robot sent out some signals to specific targets. I think it pinged my console, too. It was hard to tell if anything changed, though. My headache was back in full force, so I had to lie down. I could barely see. I expect that another U.S.S.A. robot will be activated and sent after us soon, so maybe we can try again. Truthfully, it was a blur. We were sent up as a team, and we were in our deep sleep pods in under an hour after achieving a stable orbit. But that single hour? It was exhilarating. Roger. Stay safe out there.
Toga Emergency Medical Services is here to help. Speak.
Terrific! I was hoping a citizen would stop by. I'm deputizing you again. Go out there and remove those squatters.
Strange. Doesn't seem to be anything on this holotape at all. But it's definitely... It's always... I listened to this tape a couple of times, and it's all just... whale song. So... let's see if we can dig up anything on the pods themselves. Documentation, user manuals, Dr. Bernard's designs. Anything, really. Something just seems unsettling about the whole thing. I'll start to investigate other signals, too. I wish that whale song holotape wasn't... whatever it is. It would be soothing to listen to that right about now. Just whale song, repeating. So pleasant. Headache sort of melted away. This world is so peculiar, so dangerous. And I'm just amazed at the fact that life continues, you know? So how did you survive all of this? That is exactly what I thought. You're a reflection of the brutality of this world, my friend. You are a finely tuned, deadly instrument. I just hope that my technical skills are of use to you. Maybe after I'm done with everything, I can find something for you to kill. Okay, I'm from Chicago. Parents moved there when I was little. After college, I went to the D.C. area and applied for the astronaut program a couple of times until I was accepted. Oh, my folks were so proud. Other than that, I had a few relationships, nothing serious. I had a pet turtle for most of my life. That was pretty serious. I don't know. That's the high-level overview, anyway. I'm not a weirdo, if that was what you were asking. Roger. Stay safe out there. Hey, you found something related to the Deep Slate mission? Okay, let's see. Okay, here's my plan. I found some old medical data from the U.S.S.A. stored nearby, and I want you to look for a copy of my records there. I think that's a fine question for Emerson, honestly. Maybe 5 or 6 times, I suppose. Every couple months for the 2 years prior to launch, anyway. Something just isn't right here. I'm sort of terrified to see these medical records. I just need to relax for a bit. I got an issue of Tesla Science from a trader who stopped by recently, so, I'll probably dive into that. That is not how it was presented to us. It was supposed to maintain our ambient health levels, and that's it. Nothing else. The schematics say the pod was designed to help transfer sensory data. To what end? Dr. Bernard was one of the scientists that I worked with in the U.S.S.A. He was an engineer, mostly mechanical. I knew he had developed the sleeping pods for this mission, so that wasn't particularly new information for me. But it looks like there's something about the sleeping pod establishing a sensory link between the user and something else. I don't know what that is. And also, Emerson was the supervisor for this project. So he absolutely does know what this was about. In detail. Yes, a Protectron has been circling the camp. It hasn't approached yet, though, so I'm gonna monitor it for data and then we can go after it. I think it's collecting data about us, so I'm waiting to see who it's sending the data to, if I can. Well, right now, I think we need to track down some medical records. Then, maybe we can... Oh. I'll keep that in mind, friend. I mean, who doesn't, right? You don't happen to have any, do you? Oh, now that would be a warm blanket on a cold night. You're looking at the reigning East Coast champion of the Ruby Ruins, my friend. And yes, for the record, I would love to play it even more. Transfer it to my console? Roger. Stay safe out there. I'm living one, and you're back. Just in time for the three of us to discuss what we found.
Tell me you're not still chasing ghosts.
Emerson, what did you know about Dr. Bernard's deep sleeper pods?
I knew some of it. I was just a manager. I didn't really read the technical mumbo-jumbo.
Transfer them to my console, please. What were they doing? Emerson, tell me.
It was a biomedical thing with Arctos. I don't know the details anymore. It was literally decades ago. You get that, right?
It wasn't decades ago to me.
They're a pharmaceutical company, and they made the serum that we used in the experiment. Oh, who cares? This is ancient news. You just have to find the contract itself, I guess.
Okay, that's enough for now. Emerson, could you please leave? Maybe try to remember something helpful for next time.
Right, fine, I will. I should. I meant to. I just got distracted.
We just have to move forward here. That's what the Mistress of Mystery would do when she was betrayed. If this stuff caused my headaches, then maybe they made an antidote? It's a start anyway. I can tell he feels guilty about something. I'm not sure if he's lying boldly or by omission, though. Yes. I'm not a doctor, but it seems like they used the serum to reduce my brain's higher functions, so something else could... I don't know what. I signed up for space, not abuse. While I was looking for the Deep Sleeper Pod documents a while ago, I found another location that might have stuff like old U.S.S.A. contracts. He has to be hiding something. I need to know what happened. I need to know what he knows. They come and go in spikes. It's really pronounced at times. I haven't had one in a while. I wonder if there's a pattern to them. He's always seemed a bit odd, honestly. Even back before I launched. We used to be friends in college, but people change so much in college. It is. It really is. I know I've said it before, but thanks for letting me, crash here. Roger. Stay safe out there. Hey, friend. Welcome back. Figures. He wasn't just a manager. He made the offer himself. Damn it. Maybe I can find out more about this serum, though. In the meantime, let's just eliminate that rogue U.S.S.A. robot that's lurking around monitoring us. It gives me the creeps. I think they're being intercepted. I think they get close, and then something updates their algorithm, and they leave. But who is doing that? Or why? I don't have enough data to make a hypothesis. That's a big question. I guess I just want to know why, so I can move on in this weird new world. Some closure, you know? Then I can start to figure this place out. I can start fresh. Maybe I can help you out for a change. Back in my college days, we used to watch robots fight in the basement of the science building. We used to joke about how scary that would be. You know, if they ever came after us all, that kind of thing. Yeah. Anyway, thanks. No, nothing. Looks like it was going on for years. How? could this have happened without me knowing anything? The year or two prior to going on the mission, we just tried to relax. They gave us meditation tapes so we could get adjusted to the silence of space. Some had white noise, others had thunderstorm sounds. I listened to whale songs. Clearly, whale songs were more effective than I thought. You know, I did. What does that mean? I wonder. It was a sudden spike, right behind the eyes. Strange. I haven't even really considered it much. I can't imagine anything beyond these headaches right now. And finding out what they did. But, I guess, well, I hope whatever happens, we're still together. We make a good team, friend. Agreed. It seems like some sort of experimental biomedical formula. It might be worth checking records about Arctos. Maybe they knew something? Roger. Stay safe out there. I still can't believe I was the only survivor. Now I have to find out what happened.
Approach, and I...
Same as the other U.S.S.A. robots. Right before you arrived, it sent out 2 signal bursts. One to a Robobrain and another to... something else. Are you with me on this, my friend? Can I count on you? That's exactly the reason why I became an astronaut. Well, I had plenty to do. I mean, the love of adventure part. I couldn't have done any of this without you, you know. And that means a lot to me. Locating that medical cache that has that serum wasn't actually as hard as I thought it might be. Hopefully it'll be a milk run to pick up too. I suddenly realized that the expression milk run might not have much of a meaning in this apocalyptic world. Yeah, since everything is dangerous now. Huh. Honestly, I'm not sure. Part of me just wants to see it. To see what they used. To know it was real, I guess. It's probably decades old and unusable by now, but it might tell us something. I'm not a chemist, though. Maybe... I don't know. I hear you. I thought they were coming after me, but I'm not sure. Maybe they have other motives, too. Safer to just deal with them, though. Oof, not much. Headaches still come and go. And it's hard to sleep through those. I'd give anything for these headaches to end. Really? I was worried for a bit that you might be, unenthused about taking care of some random stray. Even though my options were clearly heavily limited by the, entire world situation. The only decent thing so far has been meeting you. Affirmative. Out. I wonder if... Hey there! Look who decided to grace us with his presence.
I brought another emergence kit. It's well past its expiration, but, well, everything is. It should be fine.
Thanks, Emerson. I appreciate it. I do. We have some questions for you, though.
It was my job. I was told to do that. I don't remember the reasons why anymore. What does it matter anyway? It's done. It's over. I honestly am not sure. It's possible. When we first used the serum on Robobrains, some of them had terrible hostile outbursts. Most of those Robobrains were put down, but you should adjust your scanner to make sure you pick them up too, just in case. I'm a different man now. It's been decades. I've been eating out of trash cans. I barely remember anything from back then. I have been trying to help when and where I can. I promise I have. I've diverted the robots when possible. I just couldn't destroy them myself. I came to Appalachia because I knew this ship was running out of fuel and I knew its autopilot would steer it here.
Why can't you just tell me everything that happened?
Because I have to finish my job too. I had one more task to do here in Appalachia, and I'm close. Let me clean up my own messes. I have to go. I'll drop off some more emergence kits soon. Just please stop looking into this. There's a Robobrain on your trail. Focus on that.
So it's real. Serum is real. How? Emerson may have his own issues to sort through, but I still need to see this through. Part of me wonders if Emerson told us about this Robobrain so he would have more time to do whatever he's up to. It was rather easy to pinpoint it once I realized I had to recompute the signals for things that had some organic parts. Agreed. I followed Emerson's signal when he left, and he had quite a strange route. Acted like he was being followed, but I don't think he was. He went to a few locations, maybe collecting supplies? I'm not sure. One of them had some high-security holotapes. I'll clean up the signal for you to track by the time you're back. I'll be right here then. Don't worry, you don't miss that much while you're out. Traders stop by from time to time. A couple other random people, but it's pretty quiet. Oh, I shot 3 flying insects while you were dealing with the U.S.S.A. robot, and I didn't miss a single time. Then I traded their parts to Grom when he passed by, and well, here, you can have this stuff. I don't need it. It has to be a prototype for something bigger. That's all I can figure. I'm gonna need additional samples to learn more, though. I thought about it a lot. For a while I thought, what's the point of comics, of games? Seemed like such a distraction from the stress in my life, from finding out the truth, from fixing what was left. But I realized that it's not only a distraction. Enjoyment is a fundamental part of life, even a stressful life. And you know what? I am still stressed and trying to fix my life, but it's easier to remember why I care when I can still feel joy. You are a conundrum, my friend. I thought about the man-to-man, but there's something peculiar about you. Something delightfully unpredictable. With your charming demeanor, could you be anyone other than my dear Shroud? But you already knew that, didn't you? I hope you won't be gone for too long.
Your death will be my offering.
When you killed that Robobrain, the scanner seemed to pick up on some high-security signals all around the area. Maybe it was somehow interfering with our scanner? That's my best guess. A lot of these are high-security signals, things related to the Deep Sleep projects. Other projects too, ones I don't know much about. From the signature of the signal here, it seems to be a classified meeting between top officials regarding the Deep Sleep project. Can you stop by and pick it up? I figure it might give us some more leads, or a name, or anything. I know my old department, and they didn't record a lot, not unless they had to. But when they had to, it was a big deal. Yes, I suspect it's a holotape, but it isn't an unusual place. As if it was moved here to hide it, maybe. I thought maybe it was a corrupt command sent out to a source console somewhere. It was just red sunset, and that's it. Not surprised. While you were there, I saw a bunch of blips for other U.S.S.A. Robobrains that had been destroyed over the years. And there were a great many of them around some old U.S.S.A. data facilities. Trying to get inside for some reason? I don't know. Maybe. For all I know, there could be other astronauts stranded up there in other experiments. Or maybe some of them went to work for other programs and are trying to save what's left of the world. I wish I knew, my friend. I wish I knew. Oh, be still, my beating heart. That sounds like a dream come true, my dear friend. But also, you don't stand a chance. Thank you, my dear, kind friend. I've come to think of your place as my home. And I've come to think of you as more than a friend, too. I hope you won't be gone for too long. I can't believe my only living connection to the past is turning out to be a complete... let's just say, troll. You have no idea how glad I am to have you on my side right now.
Doctors, hello from Earth.
Did you listen to this already? But one thing at a time. The key seems to be Athena. Wait, one of the signatures I've been tracking. Arachne. Oh, that can't be a coincidence. There's a signal coming from some sort of object. Something called Arachne. It's gotta be related. I heard of it before, but it was some other department, I thought. Dr. Novak transferred to our department from theirs, I think. It's gotta be connected to Athena. Both are from Greek mythology. Arachne was a weaver, and a brilliant one. She challenged the goddess Athena somehow, and, well, she was turned into a spider. You know, like arachnids, right? Some versions of the story say she won. Others say Athena won. I don't remember the details. And does it matter? I don't know that either. I know it's a stretch, but it's the only connection I can think of. My best guess is a program? Or another robot? I just feel in my gut that Arachne is the key to everything. It was a board meeting between the U.S.S.A. and some corporations. They were talking with my crew after I was inside the sleeping pod. I was asleep in the pod when this was recorded. And well, it sounded like they were all in on the experiment. And I was the subject. They were, however, forced to partake in the same experiment, against their wills. It doesn't bring me joy to hear it. But they did deserve it. They were connecting me to some external Athena unit. And Emerson was there, so he knew everything this whole time. Because he did it all. I assume you mean, do I feel like my mind is being toyed with for some nefarious purpose? I don't know, I feel like me. But how can I even trust my own feelings? I don't know what my future holds, but I hope you're there. hope we're together. I know I can depend on you, and that you care about me. And that means a lot to me. And I care about you, too. I mean, we're a great team together. We're hunting down my tortured past, righting the wrongs, and trying to build a better tomorrow together. But seriously, I sort of think we should start our own team when all this is said and done. Rebuild Appalachia by righting all the wrongs together. I hope you won't be gone for too long. You're both here. Good. I know about Athena, Emerson. I know what you've done to me.
You should know that her link to you isn't severed. I look into your eyes, Sophia, and she's there. Watching all of us.
What the hell are you talking about? Let me see. So, we can destroy Athena. With this.
Don't you understand? She's watching you. Watching us. Right now. No, they weren't. It's from the continued strain on your mind, Sophia. You could handle it when you were in deep sleep, but not now. Exactly how could I do that? No, I didn't. The ship was supposed to switch to the secondary power cells a while ago, when Dr. Lee was unavailable. The ship's Pandora bot initiated Blue Sunset, which landed the ship near the strongest active U.S.S.A. beacon. It was cheaper this way. After we achieved orbit, we were told that our program was getting cut entirely, due to a lack of results. The scientists on the ship had exposed the program to the Oversight Board, and we had deals with Arctos, Robco, others. We were ruined. I was ruined. Putting them in the pods gave us until 2080, when another crew was scheduled to take their place. We thought we had enough time. I resigned and paid a fine for some ethics violations. I was hired by Robco afterwards for triple my salary. That was that. For a long time, I thought the old U.S.S.A. backup facilities were gone. Heard a lot of rumors about it. Figured everyone was dead. Then I heard people were coming back here. decided I should be sure it was over. Tagged along with some nobodies, made it here with one goal, to blow up Athena. But then Sophia lived. And it was complicated because I knew Athena was holding her hostage. And I had to find another way. Yes, it might hurt. A lot. Maybe permanent damage. But keeping that thing connected will kill Sophia. I had hoped that Dr. Noack created some sort of shutdown routine for Athena. But almost everything was destroyed in the wreck.
We need to shut her down, now. I figured the headaches were something else, but nothing like this. I never agreed to this in my contracts.
Well, actually you did. The contracts were very thorough, and extremely obtuse. You could have never known. It was a government contract, supposed to keep the peace, ensure societal tranquility. I don't know, really. I just authorized everything. Who was I to stand up to all of them? I should have, though. I know that now. No, the neural pathways aren't compatible. It's a very simple robotic intelligence, designed to passively observe and collect. Yes, I couldn't tell Sophia, obviously, and I didn't know if I could trust you or if you would even believe anything I said. I figured if she started to suffer, I would do anything to help. Until then, I searched for Dr. Noack's lab. Thought the kill switch would be there.
I found the kill switch with the scanner. Seems like it was written by somebody else. Not Dr. Nova. Somebody local.
I'll show you where you need to go. I'll shut down some of the internal power lines, so Athena can't detonate anything inside the facility. In some sort of, I don't know, revenge. It's a primitive robotic system. It drove the Robobrains insane, you know. Up to her then, I suppose.
If we were ever friends, if any of that life before ever mattered, just fix this.
I'll make this right. I promise. And thank you, Sophia. I don't deserve it. But thank you. Your ship crashed here because Athena is here. She's in a restricted section of Sugar Grove. You need to find a way in. I lost my U.S.S.A. Keycard long ago. But surely you can find another? I'm sorry. That's all I can do.
So, this is a kill switch, huh? It deletes whatever Athena is entirely. Well, let's try this before we try the hammers, I guess. And once Athena's dealt with, maybe I'll finally feel whole. We need a U.S.S.A. access card. I have the Sugar Grove personnel records. My hope is you can find an access card here. He sounded sincere. And if he really was worried anything I saw or heard was being intercepted, I mean, it kind of holds together. Or it could be a lie. I just don't know. I just want this nightmare to be over. Thank you. Oh gosh. There was a whole story arc like this. She used the Phantom device to sneak into the Mechanist lair with the Shroud at her side. The other Unstoppables were captured one by one. Oh, it was so dramatic, over several issues. Fans thought it was over. It seemed so dire. But, together, they stopped an entire robot army from taking control of unsuspecting citizens, and they rescued the other Unstoppables. Thank you for the reminder. That was encouraging. Inspiring. Not sure if I have those issues, but take these. They should give you courage, too. It should give us, well, access to the Athena unit, which will allow us to use the Arachne program and delete the connection entirely. In theory, I'll be free. No more headaches. Free. I don't know where else I would go. Everyone I knew is probably long gone by now. I think I'll stay here and watch out for you for a change. It's only fair, my friend. I hope you won't be gone for too long. Hey, you. Must be my lucky day. You make this look easy. I hope that holds, because we're about to head into the fire now. We need to find Athena now. It's time. I did a scan of Sugar Grove and I only spotted one U.S.S.A. signal. Just one. Maybe they're blocking my scans? It definitely could be a trap. So go there and find Athena. And deploy the Arachne holotape. See if you can shut it down first. Then I'll follow you. It should be as simple as inserting a holotape. I believe in you, friend. And thank you for doing this for me.